Alright, morning YouTubers. Today's the day we've all been waiting for. We're going to dive into my swim technique. We're going to do a little swim analysis with Bas van Velthoven from Personal Swimming and a former Olympian. And we're going to have a little look at what I'm actually missing. And apparently it's quite a lot. Still wearing my shirt because we all know steak is better with a little bit of fat. So still early February, the time when we're working on a swim. Today, like I said, with Bas van Velthoven. I'm curious what we are going to do today.
Yeah, good to have you back, Tom. What we're going to do is see how efficient your swimming is at this point. We know we had a test last year, so I hope to see some improvement. But with Paul, I think 2 years ago, I want to have a test, an efficiency test, so I can show you which speeds you're doing, what your stroke length is, your stroke efficiency, how strong you are, how many kilos you can pull, and then we can set it into a nice test and to see and to let you know, all right, you need to work on this part, you need to work on that part, and it's a really nice test. I think in 2 years from now we have like almost 100 swimmers, basically a lot of triathletes.
Yeah.
And the good thing about the test is we can show triathletes that they need to swim in a different kind of way, become a competition swimmer to become a good open water swimmer.
Okay, well, in the pool I have been improving, so I hope to see it in the strength test as well.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out. So jump in.
Yeah.
Always start with a good warm up, so I would say 6 laps.
Ready, Freddy. Born ready.
Last one, full power, stroke frequency, 45. So you're doing 90 strokes per minute.
90.
So fun start. Let's go. All right, full power. Let's go. Come on. Yep. So the speed and the strength is there, but there should be a better way to make sure that strength and power, that efficiency, bring it into the speed that you're aiming for during an open water race or triathlon. All right, stretch cord.
Making sure I'm not going to drown.
Now we're going to see, Tom, how strong you are or how efficient. There's a very old-fashioned. You know this quite often.
Yeah.
You're on the airport, you need to bring your bike. Is it okay? Yeah. Yeah. So it's a very standard, easy tool to measure how many kilos you can do.
Alright, now this is gonna measure how much kgs I can pull. A horse's 1,000 kilos, something like that. Let's see if we can pull a horse out of the water. Let's give it a crack. Maybe that feels like when someone's on your feet during a swim.
Pretty impressive. We did 12 kilos. So we measure between, on average, it's like between 5 and 10. We have a very fast female swimmer doing 10.5. Paul is doing 14. I doing 18. But we don't have a lot of swimmers doing 12, so good job. I think you reached the top 5. And now we're going to see what he's doing in the water. So stretch cord on the pool deck. Let's do 2 laps cooling down and then climb out of the water. So the different kind of tempos. We're going to start with the last, so it's 1st of March today, with the times. So we did 9.1, 9.3. That was the moment that you were slower. 8.1, 7.4, 6.5, 6.0, which is pretty impressive. I did a test last year, almost 2 years already. I ended up with 5.3, but I'm a sprinter, so well, what we did differently, we want you to be capable of making different kind of steps. So when you're running, when you're on the bike, you know perfectly which zone, which tempo, which output. With swimming is it way harder to do. And what you're seeing at this point, we think, or we know for sure that it was 60 and it was full power. So if you see those steps in between, it's kind of a mess, because we go from 60 to 60, from 60 to 63, from 63 to 67. But the strange thing is, 60, that should be the 70 points. When you should do 80%, it was still 63. When it should be 90%, it was 67. And then you had that switch, 95 was 82. And of course, that one is full power. But here, this is what we see, is this is the hardest part in swimming, and there's what we see a lot of swimmers, triathletes finding the struggle. Finding that right pace, momentum, tempo. And you see that the output from the test, you're doing actually one tempo and then you go to full sprint. But you want to train in a different kind of training zones. So to become a faster swimmer, we want to have like 70%, we know have the 80% tempo, and do like an interval training.
Okay.
So what we see here, we measured your stroke length in meters, and we measured your stroke frequency. This is how many strokes per minute based on one arm, so you actually can multiply it by 2. You are the green line, and the dots show you that you do 60, 70, 80, 90. That's all in this area. When you see my lane over here, I start on 60, we're doing almost 3.5 meters per stroke. And there's some room for improvement, because I do more than 1 meter per stroke. So I'd be way more efficient. And in that case, what we want to see is that you have that capability, a range, that you can say, oh, I have that very long length, slow in many strokes, how many strokes per minute, and I have the opportunity to build up speed. And you see in your case, you're reaching that point, doing even the same as I'm doing, and reaching a certain amount of same speed, so you're doing pretty good, but you're not a 50-meter freestyle sprinter. And we can make one out of you, but your pace or your zone is over here. But you're missing actually this area. And there's also, and
I
also
just suck at easy swimming, always swimming steady.
Yeah, but you can't hold on to this tempo the whole time.
No, exactly,
So we need to find a way that you have that certain step. You see, if we look to this diagram, we see where's your most efficient point. I'm reaching actually swimming on 80%, that's my most efficient point. And in your case, that 80% tempo is somewhere over here. So we have like it's going up, and then you go faster, so you have that nice speed. Eventually, I'm faster, thank you. But you need to start slow, or we want to bring that line upwards.
Okay.
Yeah, there's another funny thing. You can see it on the diagram as well. So we did the pool test. So we know the power. We know the resistance from the water. So we have like a couple of steady points. What you're seeing over here, we have the red line, that is how strong you are, or how good you add up pressure to the water. The green one is the body position in the water, similar to how many resistance we have. The gray one is speed. So you're doing actually pretty good with 126 speed-wise. You did a good job over those two. We have two examples. This is me. So you see my stroke is more based on strength and efficiency. I should win a bit more on how I'm laying in the water. So we have the same score. We have Femke, which is, she did the Youth European Championships. You are stronger than her. I'm way stronger than her, but she's doing such a good job based on body position in the water. And this is kind of interesting. If we are capable of improving this part, so become stronger, suit up, have a wetsuit, have that natural higher buoyancy, better body position in the water, then we can make the combination. So you score pretty well, but we need to bring those line way higher.
Okay.
what we now try to do, Tom, is make the combination between what we see on the water with your technique based on what we know from the test. And we had those two pillars, as we had the amount of strength and power and your the amount of resistance or your body position in the water. And then you see, especially when we focus on head position, it's like a typical open water swimmer looking forwards. We focus on the efficiency on the water. Taking this image. So we actually try to review one stroke. And the most important thing is that your goal in the water is moving forwards. That's the easy task to do. By moving forwards, or when you need to move forwards, you need to push water backwards. So we're aiming for a vertical line where we can build up pressure, push water backwards, which means you go forwards. If we see your hand, we have that nice gliding phase, so you have that good length in the water, which is a good thing. We talked about body length or stroke length, and now you need to set up that catch. So here you see that you start with that hand, bring it to vertical, but actually the moment that you reach that vertical line is actually over here.
Yeah.
This is a common mistake. So we're talking about the catch or setting up a high elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is actually good news because there's still some room for improvement. I'd rather see this than that perfect line that we can't do anything about it. But actually we should have that arm over here, which gives you, say, 30, 40, maybe 50 centimeters of more efficiency. Because the moment that that hand and lower arm reach that vertical position, it goes straight up.
So the catch, instead of starting it here, should be
over there. Yeah. So what we see, this is me a couple of years ago making the in sweep. So this is gliding phase, and we try to find it under the water surface. And then again, this is in a swimming pool. So there are no waves, no current, no annoying other triathletes around you, so we have clean water. But we believe that being as most efficient in the swimming pool, where you train most often, finding that nice efficiency, when we build up speed, when we're getting more power into the stroke, we become a faster swimmer. What we're aiming for, finding the gliding time, slide on the water surface, go straight down, have that perfect catch over here. So we try to find that vertical line, and now we have more surface to pushing water backwards. So we're aiming for that early catch.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like a mobility thing, so it's maybe the hardest part in freestyle, finding that early catch, that early vertical line. But now we have all the momentum to push water backwards. You turn a bit too much to the side, so we could glide a bit longer. You see that the first part is there, so you see that you're working on bringing that catch in position. It is so hard, and then in that case we need that slow swimming meters, so swimming on 60% with long stroke, because you have the feeling that you need to go, that you need to start pulling, you need to do something, right? But you end up with adding tension on your shoulder, and you end up with pushing water sideways.
Alrighty, so little recap. What have we learned from today's session? We've learned 3 things today. One thing is head positioning. It's like facing up a little bit. Second thing is the catch. The catch is like somewhere, it should be somewhere around here. Mine is like on the outside and it's towards here, so that's the second thing. Third thing is speed wise, should be doing more easy swimming, because steady and easy swimming is almost the same for me. So more easy swimming, for example with zoomers or paddles. For now, this is it. I'm going to work on my swim. Thanks for watching. We'll be seeing you next week, where I'm going to run a half marathon, and hopefully follow you along. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.